Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Hope everybody's having a great day today. I haven't done a new finds video in about 4 weeks, so I've been collecting some stuff, picked some stuff up here and there. So I thought I'd run through what I got. Down in Sanford, Maine, which is about 45 minutes south of here, the guy has a record store. He's been there for about 25 years. And I just heard he was going out of business. So I went down to see what I could find. He's a quirky kind of guy. He doesn't price a lot of his stuff. Basically, if he likes you, he'll give you a better price. Anyway, I went in, and first thing I saw, I said, I don't care what, prices aren't cheap, but first thing I saw, I said, I gotta have this, I'm not leaving without it. And that was Otis Redding and Carla Thomas, King and Queen, on Stax. Been looking for this for quite a while. This is almost a grail for me, so really looking forward to cleaning this up and giving it a spin. That nice blue Stax label, which we all know. So yeah, looking forward to digging into that. A great album. Also, I got a couple of grails when I was down there. Another one I found there, which I've also been looking for a while, is the Kinks' Muswell Hillbillies and Gatefold. Yeah, this has been high on my list for quite a while now, and really happy to be able to pick that up. Also, while I was there in the Kinks, I also was able to find Preservation Act 1, which I haven't heard yet, but I know is a great album. Again, I'm a big Kinks fan, so really pleased with both those picks. Also there, album by Lou Reed, and this is Berlin. I guess when this first came out, it was panned pretty much by everybody. Too dark, too depressing. But over time, people have realized it's now it's considered one of his best albums. It's a concept album, basically about a woman who's a prostitute in Berlin and how her life degrades and falls apart with drug addiction, etc., etc. But great stuff by Lou Reed, Berlin. Also, when I was there, I saw this record about a couple of weeks ago at Goodwill, and I got excited, except it was so destroyed I couldn't pick it up. Just like, looked like a cat had used it for a sharpening post. So, but here is a really nice, clean issue of Tim Buckley, Happy Sad. Tim Buckley is Jeff Buckley's dad, even though they really never knew each other and didn't spend any time together. Tim Buckley also died very young. I was lucky enough to see him at Newport, 1968 Folk Festival. So, had this years and years ago, and I'm real happy to be able to add this back to my collection. So those are the records I bought from the guy down at Mike's Music. And as I was leaving, Mike and I started talking music and this and that. We negotiated a price that was acceptable. And then he said, you know what, on your way out, grab another record on me. So I said, well, if you insist. So on the way out, I grabbed another record on him, and that was another Nina Simone. This is the High Priestess for Soul. So now I have 3 Nina Simone albums in the past month, which I'm really excited about. So that's really cool. That's on Philips. Yeah, Philips Records. See the Philips label there. So looking forward to digging into that one also. Oh, actually, I found these other two at his place also. Put things out of order. Also picked up this, which I've been looking for quite a while, which is Sonny Rollins' Alfie. It was a movie Alfie in the 1960s. This is the incidental music, the original music from the score. So it's not the song "What's It All About, Alfie," but it's all the incidental music. Sonny Rollins did it. It's fantastic. Had this on CD for years and absolutely loved it. So happy to get it back, get on vinyl now. So that's Sonny Rollins. And one more I picked up when I was there was an old Coleman Hawkins album, Timeless Jazz. And this on Jazz Time, I think, is the label. Jazz Tone. Jazz Tone is the label. And it's Coleman Hawkins. So, great sax player. So looking forward to digging into that. And I got some other records. I'm really, at this point, I really don't remember where I got all these. So you just have to bear with me. This I picked up fairly recently. This is Mink DeVille. And this is the Le Chat Bleu. And this is a European pressing. I think it's a German pressing, if I remember right. Or French on the Capitol label. So, you all know Mink DeVille, so that's a good pick. Happy to get that. Also, we got recently Garland Jeffries, and I have a couple of his, but this one's sort of cool because it is signed by Garland Jeffries. That was sort of cool pick for, I think these were $1. So I'm looking forward to that one also. Yeah, 1973, so early Garland Jeffries. He's still around and kicking. Still making music. This one I saw, never saw this one before. Love this musician, I've seen him a number of times. This is from 1983, recorded live in London. And it's Dr. John playing with Chris Barber, who I'm not really familiar with. But yeah, Dr. John with Chris Barber's Jazz and Blues Band. Yeah, April 15th, 1983 at the Marquee Club in London. So, you know it's got to be good. Big Dr. John fan. There you go. These were actually, I remember now, these were all the Buck albums. These I got at a local place. This is a Randy Newman album, Randy Newman Live. This is a left opening instead of the right opening. Reprise. And the back lists all the songs he does on here. So this is early also, 1970, recorded live at the bitter end, September 1970. Randy Newman doing Mama Told Me Not to Come, I Think It's Gonna Rain Today, Yellow Man, Old Kentucky Home, Davy the Fat Boy, Lonely at the Top. Great stuff. This one I picked up, even though I have a copy, I was excited to get this one because this is a Procol Harum, a nice mono right there. Nice mono copy. The cover's a little beat. Record's okay. Needs a good cleaning. But there you go. Not too many monos of these lying around. So for $1, I couldn't say no to that. Next one I got is a weird little thing. Again, for $1, I couldn't let it sit there. It's called an audio obstacle course. And it's from Shure, who makes cartridges and needles, trackability test record for stereo cartridges. So I got to see what this is all about. Basically, you play it, and it gives you different drum and cymbals, anti-skating band, bass drums, a silent groove, left and right channel, piano and organ, or a harpsichord. So basically telling you if your stereo is actually doing what it's supposed to do. But for $1, I thought it was sort of cool. I had to pick that up. Also an early Beach Boys, also in mono. So again, had to pick that up, Surfing Safari. I used to have this way back in the day. So on the it's on the regular Capitol Rainbow label, but it is a mono, so that's sort of cool. Jerry Jeff Walker, Mr. Bojangles, the man that wrote Mr. Bojangles. One of his earlier albums. What can I say? Jerry Jeff Walker. David Bromberg plays on this with him also. Looking for a date, 1968. So big Jerry Jeff Walker fan, and the original Mr. Bojangles. This is Jerry Lee Lewis, Sun Story, Volume 5. So obviously a reprint, but so that's fine. A lot of original Jerry Lee Lewis songs: Breathless, High School Confidential, Jailhouse Rock he does here, Lovesick Blues, Let the Good Times Roll. So there you go, Jerry Lee Lewis. This one was interesting. Got this at Goodwill, I think it was $1 or $2. Eric Weisberg, and this is Banjo and Bluegrass, New Dimensions in Banjo and Bluegrass. So Eric Weisberg, Dueling Banjos, the movie from Deliverance, the song from Deliverance, that was him playing all the instruments on that. This album came out before that, and this is with someone who, I don't know if people know, but it's a man named Marshall Brickman. I had no idea Marshall Brickman was a musician before he became known for other things. After he, this is in the early 60s, this album. After he recorded this, he decided to start to become a screenplay writer. Marshall Brickman, that is, not David Weisberg, not Eric Weisberg. And Marshall Brickman wrote, along with Woody Allen, Annie Hall, Sleeper, Bananas, Manhattan, won Academy Awards, etc., etc. So, sort of interesting that Marshall Brickman is on this album before he became a big screenplay writer. Turns out this album was then re-released after Dueling Banjos and the movie Deliverance came out. They took 2 songs off here, added Dueling Banjos and one other song, and re-released it under another title and a different cover. But this is the original, Eric Weisberg, New Dimensions in Banjo and Bluegrass. So, looking forward to digging into that too. And last but not least, this one was with a bunch of other stuff I had, and as I was looking at it, I was going to take it to my booth and sell it, but decided at the last minute, I got to keep this because this is for me. It's Johnny Horton, and this is America Remembers Johnny Horton. 20 big hits. He used to be known as the Singing Fisherman for some reason. And this has all his songs on: North to Alaska, Battles in New Orleans, Johnny Reb, Sink the Bismarck, I'm a One-Woman Man, All Grown Up, great stuff. Whispering Pines, I'm Ready If You're Willing. So that's Johnny Horton on TV. I like that TV special. TV special, only available on TV. 1980. So that's my new picks I've gotten recently. Hope everybody's enjoying the summer weather. I'll be digging some more, and next time I get a group of records, I'll post another video. And stay healthy out there. Keep digging for records. And until next time, peace.